Oh, you got to do our intro with us too, okay?
Oh, I don't.
Okay, so you saw it earlier, right? Where we did that yum 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 check, please.
Okay, I'm
so,
ready.
So then we'll probably why'd you make that?
Because I don't know that I really know it, but I'm here.
So,
I can
Dion,
follow it.
Dion's gonna be like, hey, welcome back to the episode of Lackaroni Chaz, and you're gonna be like yum 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 yum.
Got it.
Please.
Check,
Okay.
please. Got
Yeah, but you gotta like do it with us.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
But then we're not gonna like do it right now. We're gonna like keep acting like we didn't know that. Okay, and then we'll hop in and then do like randomly. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Just be waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All this is gonna be deleted out.
I'm gonna delete all that out, and then we're gonna do it, and then it'll look like a magic trick.
Got it.
Like, oh snap! You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
It's
Got
all
it.
You know what
I'm with it.
You got that?
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni Chaz. Check, please.
See, we just talked about this.
Wait. Can we redo? Rewind. We can do a take two. Take two.
Like it was 3 seconds.
Well, I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm like really ready now.
You can't be too ready for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta. You gotta understand when it comes. You gotta be ready. You know.
You know what
I'm
saying? 'Cause
chilling.
It seems like it don't, but it's like it happens in the flash.
Right.
It was quick.
Where do you go to church at?
Faithful Center.
Welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni Chaz. Check, please.
Again, you're
What is happening, man?
behind.
Leave your head.
I'm just a guest. I don't work for this podcast. I am here to enjoy the conversation.
Your hand just came up too late. But it's not gonna be
check,
right
please.
if we're not all on the same.
I'm with that.
So then it's got.
I used to be a dancer. I know choreography.
Okay,
I'm ready.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You gotta
Third
hit
time's a
1,
charm.
2, 3, and 4 in your head,
It's,
right?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
what church you go to?
Faithful
Welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni Chaz. Check, please.
Oh my God. This is
I was on it that time.
Welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni Chaz. Check, please.
Hey!
one more problem. Now your hand went up. You didn't say yum 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 at all.
I thought you was having a stroke.
You know one of those fake teeth things. One of those fake teeth things.
Don't talk about my teeth. Okay.
No, it was like
With the chatter.
Yeah, you didn't say anything, but your lips, your mouth was moving.
All right. It was in my spirit.
Last time.
All right, we're ready.
Yum 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum. Check please.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay,
Right.
last one. But don't be nervous about it.
I'm not.
All right. But you kind of like gotta get it right.
I'm going to get it right.
She said, somebody said, why y'all putting her through this?
What are you talking about?
I just
Ron?
came.
Welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni Chaz. Check, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, gee.
Gotta
Y'all are
be ready,
tough.
yo.
It's tough over
Be
here.
ready, yo. Gotta
Perfection.
be
Did you not
ready.
hear the last one?
Whew, I was just coming to give a female perspective on this. I didn't know I was doing the whole intro, but here we are.
Do you have guy questions that need female perspective?
Yeah,
Wow.
we're advice, experts.
I can
Or is
tell.
there something you just want men to know? You don't know.
Ooh,
This is therapy. This is
where,
therapy.
where do we start? Man, I mean, I was listening to the last podcast. I learned a
Did you
lot.
have thoughts? Did you have thoughts on the
Yeah.
last one?
I
You like me with the toes out?
I don't have a problem with toes, as long as they're not cryptic. Like I need them to, and you don't have to go get pedicure. Crippled, cryptic.
Gang signs?
You know if your feet look good or not. That's all
Toes
I'm
up,
saying.
baby. Yeah,
That's all.
okay.
So no issue there. No issue there. I was listening to some of the bedroom talk. And
Okay.
I was learning some tips.
Learning some tips,
Learning
yeah.
some tips. Yeah.
Oh, you learn how Dion had to dismount.
I got that. That was my takeaway from that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, what's the hardest thing about dating?
Phew.
Man,
You
is
want me to
there a
go there, huh?
roadblock?
We just
Yeah,
gonna
let's
jump
do it.
right in it, right?
Let's do it. Is there a roadblock you hit and you go like, these dudes is just.
I just feel like men tend to be a little insecure. That's my takeaway in the last few years. And I don't know why. I don't think
You have a
women
specific-
make them, for example.
Give me an
Let's
example.
do it.
We can get in there.
This
All
is
right.
free therapy.
It's like you meet a woman, she's amazing, you're everything I've
You
been
said
looking.
woman?
I'm from the male's
Hypothetically
perspective.
speaking.
let me flip. All right, you meet a man and he's your everything, you're this, you're everything I've been looking for.
Okay.
And then somehow you take a detour, and all of a sudden now he's got issues and he doesn't know what to do. But it's not me. All right, you said, "Oh, you're amazing," and now all of a sudden you don't know what to do. So
Well, Chris Rock said it best. When you meet someone, you're meeting their representative.
yes,
And then all of a sudden, when you guys both get comfortable, you start to kind of get comfortable with yourself and being honest with what you enjoy and don't enjoy. Nobody talks about on the first date what you don't want, which it should be a thing. You should be saying, well, these are my pet peeves, but it's a turnoff. You know, you don't be like, I don't like women who wear sandals. I don't like women who wear their hair now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say it the day one. You already said, you talk about all the positive stuff about a woman, right? But then all of a sudden it's like, hey, can you not wear your hair down no more? Hey, can you cover your feet up? You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about you, but I'm giving you an example.
I get you.
So now it's just like, where is this coming from? It's like, well, I didn't want to tell you day one because I wanted to kind of win you over with all the positivity.
But why the, oh, you're amazing? Like, it's like extra over the top. You know, there's one thing.
It's a job interview, right?
Well, how long of a span are we talking? Right? Like when things start going awry.
I would say, some months. Let's say it's a few months in.
Months mean nothing.
No,
I can't even take a relationship serious. Well, except for my last one, because within months we had a child. Not the
wow, that part.
Anyone before that, I go like, you're not even close to knowing anything about somebody in months, right? We think we do, right? And then all you do is uncover that. You don't really know somebody until you've been through some traumatic shit.
True, that's
right? Somebody loses a job, somebody's family member, something happens, stress. Like stress really brings out the person's bottom day to day. This is who I am, this is how I operate. Because if you can't operate with somebody in a stressful situation and still be able to have a conversation with this person, that's when I go like, you really need to see how a person is. And then the recovery time of said stress thing.
Agreed.
Right? I go like, those things are what starts changing people. Sometimes somebody can lose a job, they're never the same. They lose somebody they love, they're never the same. Of course, like a physical thing happens to them, right? Whatever it is, like those things happen. And it's like, when you find somebody who can recover well, or somebody who can remain calm, and otherwise, the surface stuff is easy to hide and pretend.
But can we talk about vulnerability with men? Can we go there?
Let's talk about
because
it.
I feel like, men, it's sort of like the toxic masculinity. And I agree men need to be met. But in a relationship, as you say, the tough and all that, like, how do we go through the tough times if you don't open up to allow a woman into your space?
In what aspect are you like?
Feeling wide, like being yourself, letting your representative go in the closet for the rest of the relationship. Like, how do we move into the realness of whatever it could or could not be?
Because a lot of times when a woman wants to really hurt you, that vulnerability will come up as weapons. As if I was like, well, the reason why I act this way is because when I was a kid, my uncle did blah, blah, blah. He did this. And then all of a sudden, during an argument, like, I ain't your crazy ass uncle that do blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, you gonna throw that in my face?
But is that an assumption that the woman's gonna react that way? Or are you giving a clean slate to perhaps a new woman who may not react that way?
He might be traumatized by, is that a word? He might be traumatized by another woman prior to that relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what? I'm never opening up again because I don't want that to be a weapon towards me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is work that y'all have to do. That's my takeaway.
Right.
Have you ever tried to make a man angry that you dated?
Purposefully?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
So this becomes a thing of like, can I trust you with my feelings? Right? Because it's hard for a man to want to trust a woman with my feelings. Because one thing is what Dion said, right? Which you go like, oh, I'm not about to just give you ammunition, right? Because everything comes from kind of hurt somewhere else, right? There's so much trauma to uncover, right, as you continue to date somebody. So I always go like, is there an open, trusting environment to share your feelings? Because women love to share feelings, right?
Yeah.
Men don't necessarily share feelings the same way, right? But for a man to ever tell you he loves you is a big deal. Hopefully by this time he's not just like saying it to get something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're beyond this point. But if I tell you how I'm feeling, and you ever discount how I'm feeling,
woo!
I'm not ever telling you my feelings again.
I understand.
If I tell you, hey, I'm feeling such and such way, or you made me feel this way, and you go, you shouldn't feel that way.
Oh God, here he go
say,
again.
Yeah, dog. Like it's never a thing where I go like, well, that was your one and only chance. That's all you get for me to ever tell you how I'm feeling. Now, if I told you, hey, when you said this, it made me feel, it made me feel sad or made me feel bad about myself. And you go, I don't know why you feel that way. I don't know why you shouldn't be feeling that way. It's like, no, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
My feelings is 100% fact, correct? You can't tell me however I'm ever feeling wrong. And instead of saying that, you need to say something like, you know what, my bad. If women said my bad more often, man.
I apologize.
See, this is my thing.
Let's do it.
I'm like, who are these? And I know you're married, so you found the one. But for the single, like, who are these women y'all are dealing with? Because I have amazing friends. I do. I know amazing women who listen, who care about your feelings, you know, I feel like men are in this space that you have dealt with, whatever your past, and you bring that to the new situation.
So do women.
And this is true, but there are women who have done the work as well. And so there are men who assume that if I say how I feel or if I open up just a little bit, this is the reaction I'm going to get. And then those good women that might have walked into your lives, they get the short stick of it, you know?
You definitely need to handle your trauma before you get into another relationship.
Absolutely.
I had an experience where when I'm emotional about something, I tend to cry. And then I didn't even say nothing. I started crying. It's like, oh, here he go. And I was like, now I have to hide my tears to express how I'm really feeling. But now that my eyes are watering, now I'm like, oh my God, she's about to use that weapon against me again. Oh, here you go. Now you're getting emotional again. I was like, dude, damn, I didn't even get to get my thought out because now I'm curled up like, and then when you came in, and I'm like, oh God, I can't.
You should make sure you get close to the mic, because last time I think we did this, it was hard for me to
hear me.
Edit, I had to like turn your parts up to go out.
Okay.
But
Side note.
I had to keep you at least. But
That's real.
super real.
I mean, I think I hear you. And like I said, it's unfortunate. I think a lot of men, I will say that, have dealt with this. And they are bringing it to the next situation. And I really think they're losing out on good women. The good women out there. I have always said, I think men are dating a lot of clowns. And I mean that, you know, in a very general way, but I have good friends.
Sure.
They exist.
Yeah, everybody's a great mate. Everybody's a great friend until something happens,
Right.
and there's shifts, and you know, whatever. Like, one of the biggest things that I've seen kill relationships in my own marriage and whatnot, like, you run into these brick walls when somebody's not trying to bring up something so you don't cause an argument, right? You don't want to make an uncomfortable conversation. We hold stuff in so we don't make things tense, right?
You hold in the compromise.
Sure. Right? Like, we'll be like, is this worth bringing up?
Yeah.
Am I going to sound naggy, especially for women, right? I don't want to sound like a nag. I don't want to do this, so we don't say things, which builds up resentment, right? Which builds up animosity, which leads to anger. So now we're in a place over time. We're in a place. That's why men, like, this is an old thing, right? About women will argue about something that happened like 2 years ago, and dude be like, where'd that come from?
Right.
That's real.
Yeah.
Right?
That's real.
But
Yeah.
she been holding on to
Holding
this thing,
everything
and now
together.
it's like, remember 2020, right before the pandemic, you said blah, 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 and you're like.
But do men do that too? I feel like I've experienced that.
I feel like most dudes, I feel like if men do it most of the time, it's because we have said it. I feel like most dudes don't have a problem being like, yo, this is fucked up, blah, 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 right?
I definitely egg on a girl to like, hey, why, you teasing? You don't want to do this. You, like, as in keep begging me because I unload this chamber because I have this in as my joker.
Right.
Like, hey, you totally you doing it.
You
You
gotta
doing
be
it.
able to be like, yo, honestly, this bothered me,
Yeah.
right? And the other person has to not want to go toe to toe and go tick for tat and be like, oh yeah, but what about this? It's like, we're not even talking about this. I maturely brought up to you an issue. You should shut up, listen to said issue, right? And I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about partners.
Right.
If I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the other person should respond like, I hear you. I didn't know about that.
Absolutely.
May I
Yeah.
bring up an issue as well? The other person should say, absolutely. I'd love to hear how I can make you better.
Right.
How I can improve it for you, right? All those things, that does not happen.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
You
in
know
most
another
relationships.
thing that
Especially early on.
I don't want to say most women has happened to me.
By mostly women.
Sure.
Let's hope.
Because I don't want to make it like, no, not all women do that. I don't want that argument in the comment section.
Okay.
So if I'm saying, hey, I'm having trouble with you wearing the color red. And I think we had this discussion before. You said you weren't going to do it. And it's like, oh, but what about you wearing green? It's like, all right. Now you doing like a tit for tat.
Right.
Like, you be wearing green all the time, and why can't I wear it? And I was like, yeah, but you never told me you don't like green.
Right.
So I told you.
Right.
Like, why can't you do it? So it's like you're instead of just saying, I'm sorry, you did tell me that.
Right.
You try to figure out a way to flip it back
Bring
on
you
me.
in.
And it was
Try to
like,
bring
well,
you
you know
in,
what?
yeah.
Well, now that we're here,
Yeah.
I don't like you wearing green. It's like,
Right.
well, this is my first time hearing about this.
Right. Right.
And it's like, so why can't you wear green? You know, it's like why are we playing this game? And now we're arguing about green.
Right.
Versus the issue was about red.
Yeah.
And I was like, when you went to the prom?
And then it's that whole thing about being. Do you want to be right or you want to be married? Right. Like that's the whole
part.
idea. Like people want to win an argument.
Yep.
Right. And I am the first one to tell you I'm an idiot.
Okay.
My wife knows I'm an idiot. I claim idiot. I would have idiot tattooed on my face because I go like, hey, I don't know everything. I'm well aware of that. You might have told me that. I'm sorry, I missed it. You know what I mean? Like,
Newsflash: most of us know y'all are
sure
idiots,
Okay,
and I use that term loosely.
And, no, don't use it loosely.
Okay.
But here's what happens: is that women overcomplicate men.
Okay.
Right? Women start thinking, right, and they think way too much. When men may not actually, it's not that men don't think, but we go like, oh, okay, and then women think a lot, right?
Yes, we do. We do.
You know what happens? This is what happens to women. This is why it's always funny. Is that women will have a whole conversation, correct? You have this whole conversation with the person who's not there,
In her head.
and it's real, right?
Yes.
And the anger you feel is real,
Isn't it?
and that dude wasn't even there for all that, and he came into the hot spot, and he like,
And
hey,
boom, there you are.
these dishes, and you're like, wait, I'm just seeing this. What happened? Why are we
That's
here?
fair.
Why are we on 12?
That is fair.
Can we start at 1? I didn't get one, right?
Where was the race? The race is starting now. Yes.
And what happens is that but these are things we know, right? We know that women tend to lean, right? It's supposed to be this thing of men think logically and women think more towards emotionally, right?
Yes.
That's what leads us,
Yes.
right? I don't know if that's 100% true because I know some very irrational men, but leading with emotion is never great.
Right.
You can have them,
Right.
right? Because I'll try to make sure that if I'm upset, let me go get this out before I get home, right? Let me go and get this anchor because I'm frustrated.
Okay.
I'll talk to myself. And we over here thinking this. I'll have the whole convo out loud. And then I'll be like, all right. That's that. And then eventually I end up making myself laugh, right? Because I know it's ridiculous. And I'll be like, all
I
right.
know, that's great to know.
I have whole arguments with myself.
I didn't realize men did that before you get home or get.
I don't know if
wherever.
all men do, because some men come home and they slap the kids and
That's-
shit, right?
That's true. That's true.
Also,
Hey, daddy, get out your ass.
a lot of times men do argue they argue like post, as in like, if I say this, she gonna say this.
Oh,
I
for
need
sure.
to say this. I need to figure out a way to get to this point because she's gonna ask this. So this is how you honestly kind of get your stories right. Well, not stories right, doing a lot. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna ask her about this because God, sometimes you come in too hot, it looks like you're attacking. So you have to come with an approach of, hey, when I called you earlier, this the whole thing of saying, why didn't you cook?
Okay.
Right? I can't say that. That's an argument, right? So you gotta say, hey, when I called you earlier and I said, did you want something to eat? Why didn't you say yes? I wasn't hungry. And I was like, oh, so because I was at the store, I could have bought some food, because I was right there by our favorite restaurant.
Right.
It's like, well, I'm not hungry now. I was like, you hungry? Yes. And I'm like,
Where's the food?
Is there a reason why you didn't?
Your
cook?
hands hurt?
And your head, like, where is the
Right,
food?
right. So this is, you can't just be like, why did you cook? That can't be your opening argument.
I understand.
You got to figure out a way to
How to
kind
get
of
it,
dance
yeah.
around this opening issue, because that's going to be the nigga. I am not your maid. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh, had you told me, I would have brought home our favorite food. And, so now it's like, so what was you doing all day?
I go back to men are not dealing with the right women. There are women out there who will cook for you, and it is not a chore. They want to take care of you.
That's all great for a while. All those things happen for a while, and then there's a level of appreciation that women feel aren't met, right? And
True.
Right? A lot of women will feel unappreciated that you're giving and that the other person is giving, right? Or they don't feel like the same person's doing the things that they used to do, right? Like those things happen. They feel like the effort's not in the same place, right? And all of this is miscommunication, right? Is it complacency? Sure. That should be expected, that a certain level of complacency will happen in a relationship. But once again, if a woman feels that, they probably won't say something to not start an argument, or you might say it, right? You might be like, "Hey, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like that," and a dude might go, "Okay, I hear you," but he won't tell you what he's going through because I can't tell you how sad I am, I can't tell you how depressed I am, because I can't have you. Now, because now if I go to work and I hate my job and I'm depressed at work, because most men probably are, right? Most men probably go to work and they hate that they have to be there because they could have done something great. They had whatever dream that they had is dead forever now, correct? So now I have to just work for my family. So when I come home and I'm sacrificing my heart, because that's really what I'm doing, you don't get a, "Hey, we love you, thank you so much for your sacrifice every day." We get the, "Where's this, where's that, where's that?" There's a whole nother side of a man who has a broken dream that we don't hear about. Am I wrong, Dion?
I mean, that's deep.
Right?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
but the
This
thing
is
is,
true.
but no, I hear
I
you.
go like, "Hey man, this hurts that I have to go work this 9 to 5 every day, but I wanted to do this and I wanted to. I already feel like I didn't achieve certain things that I wanted to do in my personal life that I have to live with." People make fun of that high school dude who goes like, "You had all this, he had this." That was the best time of his life, and people make fun of that. That dude won a game. That dude won a championship. That means a ton to him.
I'd rather reminisce with my friends from high school, talk about the good times and how great I was.
Yes.
Versus come home and say, "Hey, by the time you here, you think I want to be here all day with your goddamn kids? Gosh, help your son with your homework." I'm like,
You come right back and you just got to clock in again, right? I clock right back
know.
in.
"Just give me a minute. Can I just sit in the garage and keep the car on so I can kill myself with this antifreeze?"
Stop.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
So that's what happens.
No,
right?
I hear you. I totally hear you.
Most men, and I'm sure women as well, you kill a little bit of yourself every day to get through this day.
I got a whole
for sure.
We got a whole lane on that.
And most of us in generally are walking around with depression. We're functional.
That's real.
It's very true, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, no one ever says this to each other.
Nope, you're right.
Right?
You're
no
so
one,
right.
No one goes, "I understand there's a certain level of hurt that you have. Every single day you get up, there's a certain level of hurt that you have to work through."
Yep.
For sure.
Absolutely.
We don't ever talk about
And a
that.
lot of times people battle between their standards, their preference, and expectations. They battle between what I want from your partner, I expect from your partner, and your actual standards. So if you had said there are women who actually want to cook for their men, I'm certain that's their representative. Oh, he likes to be cooked for. And all of a sudden it starts to die down. Then all of a sudden you hear somebody say, "Girl, you don't have to cook for him." You know what I'm saying? Like
These are assumptions.
You don't have to. That's like so
These
60s.
are
You need to be powerful out
assumptions.
there. Sure, it is assumptions, but
Yes.
that just happens. Like, you're right. I am not his maid, and it's like, he. I don't like to do blah blah blah. So now I can kind of be my own voice. So you watch a good Michelle Obama video, you be like, you're right. I don't have to cook for him every day. He was like, he's just as I'm just as talented as he is. And now he's like, "Hey, babe, where the food at?" The agreement was when we first married is you was gonna, make this certain meal, and now all of a sudden you stopped. They're like, "Well, I was listening to a podcast with Devon."
Okay, all right, so here's the deal. It's a partnership, right?
For sure.
You both have to put in the work,
Sure.
all right?
Right.
So if we agree, I'm gonna cook, or I know my mate likes for me to cook, I'm gonna do that because I care for you.
Are you cooking 7 days a week, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Sure.
lot. Sure, right?
If that's what the agreement is.
And you're going to work
And
every
you're
day.
gonna take the trash out. I'll do the dishes. Whatever the agreement is. But to your point, appreciation, what you can't let happen is then all of a sudden it's like it's expected, right? So now I don't say thank you ever, or I'm not doing something sweet occasionally to show you that I really appreciate how you go above and beyond to help me.
You can say thank you every day, and eventually thank you stops being enough.
That's an assumption.
It's not an assumption, because if I told you thank you for everything and I'm not paying you, you go like, as you age, you want more. No one wants their same life to be the same every day, correct?
True.
That's right. So if you're going through your life and you want something to change, you guys want to start traveling, you want to go on vacation, whatever it is, right? Another dude's like, hey, yo, what's wrong with this? We're already at a disconnect, right? But you're not going to be like, hey, I'm happy cooking for you 7 days a week, going to work, raising these kids, and the things that I want, I haven't got yet. Because there's a list of things that you want that you may not do at year 1, but you're like, yo, we're at year 15, we should be here by now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Those things start changing. And homie's like, I'm just trying to get through the day. And you're like, I'm just trying to get through the day too. But I want stuff to look forward to. These are what happens when these arguments come. We want the exact same things. We do. Everybody wants to have peace. Most dudes would love to be on a beach somewhere on vacation drinking, right?
Absolutely.
With the girl next to him.
And women too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Might not be possible right now, but then when? I don't know. These things happen. We want different things at different times. Those things happen. They just happen.
And this is what happened also.
This is what happens.
Hey, babe, I'm tired of your lemon pepper chicken, all right? Is there any way you can make something else? I've had this 3 days this week.
Great. Your world famous spaghetti.
Look, this is
get
true.
enough of these noodles.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
Babe,
when you live with someone, things get on your nerves, right? I was talking to a girlfriend yesterday. It's like, why is the TV so loud? You know, it's noises, it's sayings, it's the food. But you have to, as a mature adult, look beyond that. We're in this together.
What'd you say? As a what?
Mature.
Man!
Hello.
There it
Hello,
is.
M word.
Come on, man.
Mature. That is where that doesn't exist all the time.
What makes somebody mature?
And I don't know what the viewers think. I actually think y'all are somewhat mature.
Yeah.
This conversation
We
is
say dumb, horrible stuff.
Yeah, we're very mature.
I mean, you have both sides, but at the end of the day, you go deep, right?
Let me hear you communicate with a guy. We're gonna reverse the roles on you.
Okay.
I love it.
This is a guy who cooks for you every single day. All right. The problem is he's not the best cook.
Okay.
All right.
He tries though.
He's trying his
got
best.
this recipe off Google.
He's
I
trying
don't know
his
where I
best.
went wrong.
Oh, that's all.
I followed it exactly what it said.
There's too much garlic. That's right. Yeah.
Let me hear you respectfully, without shitting on him. Let him know that this ain't it, without hurting his feelings, so he's never cooking for you again. Let me hear what you would say.
See,
and the plate's in your face right now.
Cats will clock
See,
out.
now she's afraid.
no, but
She's
here's
afraid
the
to
thing.
answer.
And Twilla can attest
You just
to
eat
this.
that bad food with your smile.
No, you don't. You don't. But my what I am working on.
Okay.
I'm a very direct person.
Let's
okay?
hear it.
So I need to learn how to tell you to give feedback without just saying it, right? So I would do it. I would role play in my head, like, all right, if I come this way, he might feel this kind of way and this and that.
All right,
But
let's
then-
do it.
But then
the
you're
food's in your face. Don't try to talk that right now.
You just took a bite.
Yeah, the
like,
food's right here.
Baby, like I appreciate what you do for me and cook. Like
Appreciate that.
I really, you know.
I do it for you. I just
So
work
what I
12
might-
hours, not a problem.
No, he's the man.
Oh, right. So what I might say is,
Might.
you know, what are there other dishes out there that we could try?
Sure.
You know, this one didn't really hit the way maybe I would hope.
Okay.
But like, where are you finding your recipes
What was
at?
wrong with it? It tastes
It
good
was,
to me.
you know, I don't like a lot of salt, so that's really, you know, I like to eat healthy.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
too much,
Too salty.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's too
tomorrow I'm making you this exact same meal with less salt.
Okay, and
Okay.
I would try that.
got
Now, if it's something I don't eat, you know, like let's say it's liver. You know, just throw it out.
Y'all haven't communicated at all. He just made a meal that you.
That's the other thing. If you're my partner, you know what I like and
Well,
what I
I
don't
saw
like,
that
right?
the air fried liver is supposed to be different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's
and
a
I'm willing to try
It's a sauteed
some.
liver.
Right.
Just
right.
know
I
that.
think it's good.
Just know that you.
I don't like liver.
What's,
And so, if you're in a relationship where you are open and honest, you should be able to say these things to each other, right? There shouldn't be walking on eggshells.
So being able to create a safe place,
Yes.
right? To be honest, it does not happen because people's feelings and emotions get involved. Even if they don't show it, they can be like, "Oh, I'm hurt," right? Which the other person should say, "Hey, honestly, it kind of hurt my feelings that you say you didn't like the food because it could,
right.
right? Like I don't like when my wife says it's cool. I'm like, how's that?
you
It's
know,
cool.
you
I'm
know,
like,
there's
That's
more
very
under that.
passive.
Hey,
Yeah.
first off,
okay.
you say it's goddamn amazing, and then you tell me what you like more. You know what I really like? Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay, I got you. Right? You give me
Right.
one of those. If I made her a smoothie the other day, she was like, "It's cool."
You made her what?
A smoothie.
Well,
Okay.
why can't it just be cool?
'Cause it
Why are
can't be
you
cool.
why are you reading more into it?
Because you have to tell me it's great.
That's what you want to hear.
Yes, yes.
But to her, it's cool could mean it was great.
No.
No?
Because by this time, you think this is my first time saying I don't like hearing this cool? This is the first time? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
So she needs to communicate with you the way you want to be communicated with.
Yeah.
All right, boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Speak my language to me.
So she's got to alter who she is
No.
all the time.
You don't have to alter who you are. You know me.
Yes.
I don't pretend to be
But you
something.
also know her, right?
100%.
So if she says it's cool.
if I should lean towards you, you should be lean. We leaning on each
Absolutely.
other.
But what is that taking from you from not giving him that?
It's not. I mean,
Right.
depending on the situation.
It's not
that
like
if
you're
it's
saying-
like he needs to hear it's an amazing smoothie, I might will remember to say that. However, as a partner, you should also know if she says it's cool, that doesn't mean it's not amazing. Because I think men.
It's not your best.
It could be better. Yeah, I think we have to give each other grace. I think that's what my thesis statement is. We have to, just because it's with men too, we cannot assume just because you do or don't do something, oh, well, he didn't call right when he got home, so like, he does not like me. No, he got home and he was tired and went to bed.
If it's every day, it's a problem.
If what's every day?
He does that same repetition every day, right?
Okay.
Right?
For the woman.
Right.
Not if you talk about it and he says, me going home not call has nothing to do with my feelings for you.
Sure. You want to go do a date night, right? Right? You might want one a week,
Okay.
right? Hard working dude's tired. You don't get your date nights for a month, 2 months. You're going to feel a certain way.
Yes.
What happens, here's one of my issues is that you can't be all hopped up on work and have energy for that. And then you come home, you can't have energy for me. Not okay. It doesn't have to be every day.
Both ways though.
100%,
Men and women.
100%.
Yeah.
One of them days, you gotta take a Red Bull, whatever you need to do, and you need to show up. You gotta do some OT. But what people do, man, you'll go work 12 hours. You'll go hang out with the homies, mad energy. But then when it comes to that person that they can, that's their person. It's easy to be like, oh man, well I'm tired, not tonight. I'm like, nah, nigga, I saw you at the club last night. You had plenty of energy.
You can't do that though.
Why can't you?
You can't do that because like if I am a football player, that's a lot of energy.
For sure.
And then he's like, hey dad, come on. He's like, all right, like give me into a couple of days. I just came from a football game.
That we're not talking about a dude who trains, eats, Olympic athletes,
But
right?
comedians,
Right.
being on stage for like an hour,
Sure, it's
a
work.
lot of energy, a lot of thinking.
But you also have a lot of down days.
Right.
Right? You have a whole 3 months of off season.
Right.
Right? I go like, no matter what it is, you're not gonna go spend hours working on something, not spend that time with us. You
Yeah.
need to clock in.
Right.
So if you don't have that energy to do so, that's a problem.
You know, I got you right here. You used to be roommates with Tony Baker, right? Did he ever give you that same energy at home?
Who, Tony?
Yeah.
Why would he give it to me?
I mean, because you're encountering with him, you're talking to him, you're eating breakfast with him. He's not gonna be that high energy person. So it's like, no, I'm comfortable with you, so I don't have to be this character.
Our roommates is different. It's not about being a character. It's not like I have to go pretend to like this person.
That's what you doing at work?
No.
You ain't pretending like you like this job?
No. Wait. You have a career, right?
Yeah.
You have a career, not a job. You have a career,
Sure.
but you put a lot of time into.
Right.
Okay. You have to sacrifice a lot of time because you don't get to spend with your daughters, right? Right. What would you rather be doing?
Spend time with daughters.
For sure.
Right.
But you sacrifice one side, right?
Right.
Okay. If you always worked, and you never spent time with your daughters because you were tired of working, that's a problem, right?
But what if you always give them that same time, though?
You don't have to give them the same time. Your effort and energy has to be there
It
sometime.
has to meet there, yes.
So what I'm saying is when somebody takes that away and all of a sudden they have that energy for work, they have that time, they don't have that time for you.
Right.
They don't have that, but you see it.
Yeah.
Like, because honestly, check it out, right? Some people say, I'm too tired, right? If somebody came in the middle of the night when you're asleep and you heard a boom, right? You're up and alert. So it's not an energy thing, right? You have the actual energy, correct? Your body's not like, can't operate, right? You do have the energy. Your motivation is down.
Right.
Because if you really wanted to, you could do it. Honestly.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why somebody can't. They just won't.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
This is why I'm fat.
Stop.
The won't is a problem. I go like, no, that's not okay. Suck it up. Right? I don't want to cook every day. You don't want to go to work every day. We do shit we don't want to do all the day. But not for someone else who you claim you love. That's not okay.
It's not okay.
I agree.
You got to clock in. You got to do that OT. You got to be more tired. Sorry, that's what it is.
Mature.
How do you guys introduce your pet peeves, your lack of in communication?
Hey, you tripping.
I'm talking
Lay it out in the beginning.
So date 1, all right?
Chew in the mouth.
Do you tell them your pet peeves, your problems, the do's and don'ts date 1?
Deal breakers. I feel like you can talk
deal
about
breakers
deal
day one?
breakers.
What are your deal breakers?
Smoke.
Okay.
I can't do that long term.
Long term?
Well, I mean, if I'm serious about you, it's not gonna work.
Like anything? Like you can't smoke weed either?
You can smoke weed occasionally, but if you're like a chronic smoker, like smoke weed every day,
Smoke
that's
weed
just not
every
my
day.
thing. And I don't judge that. It's just not for me, right?
I smoke outside.
I still can't do it.
Well, come on, I'll shower.
Everything
before-
smells like people lie. You smell all that.
Yeah, thank you. You have to love God.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And you don't have to be like, I go to Bible study every week, whatever, but you have to want to have a relationship with him. And if you don't, it's just not gonna work. So I think there are like big things
So
in
that's
the
it?
beginning. No, there's more.
I wanna hear more.
Is this my therapy
He like,
session or y'all?
He like, so I can cheat.
So I can cheat.
I don't even judge past. Maybe you cheated in the past, but if you are renewed and want to be in a committed relationship, I'm gonna give you a chance.
Okay.
I don't judge.
Okay.
But my point is, there are things that you can talk about, even the first date. I mean, I remember when I got on online dating way back when, and I remember a guy was like, well, I like this, I don't like this, and this is all text message. I don't think we even had a phone conversation. And I was like, well, I was just trying to say hi,
Right,
you know?
right.
So it's timing, but it's important.
What if it's a perfect guy?
What's that mean?
He's CEO, Fortune 900. He's he's a lovable, family oriented, love God, and he's like, man, I just can't put the cigarette down, man.
Look, I literally had the same conversation with a friend about a month ago. Asked me the same thing. He makes money. He takes care of you. I can't do it.
Okay, okay. Here you go.
I don't smoke.
Here's a new scenario.
Yeah.
What if he used to smoke? He quit smoking just for you. So
He quit smoking for
Just for
me.
Ooh.
You been
Is
married?
he doing? I don't know if that's a thing.
Why?
Because you got to quit smoking for you. Because if you do it for me, I feel like it's gonna creep back up.
Wait, it's one of those things that might have started for you, right?
Okay.
And then it becomes, oh, you were right. This is great for my health.
Then that's great.
He smokes cigars
Okay.
in Vegas with his friends.
Okay.
But when
Occasionally.
Occasionally, that's okay.
Now,
That's
10
okay.
years later, you guys have been married. He started smoking,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I got kids now.
You love him. You love the dude. He's a great dude. He picked up a cigarette somewhere. I got the itch back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break. I don't know what happened. I had a job. The dude yelled at me. You know what I'm saying?
Stress.
I'm stressed. I'm sorry.
Cigarette.
I'm working on it.
So it would be my job as the wife to support you in your journey to quit again. If that's what you want to do and you did it for me. Now, here's the thing. If I bring back up, like, well, when we first met, you quit for me. Like, can I bring that back up? Like, you should quit again for me. Or is it, well, I mean, I can't do everything for you. Like, this is my life, right? It becomes that thing. Like, you can't tell me what to do, right?
I think
So
he
what-
wants to quit for you. I think he's one of those things where he's like, I shouldn't be.
I just get it. I just get that.
I should never did it.
Oh, I feel so good.
We all have our things, right? But do you love the person enough to do the work and change or make it better? At the end of the day, that's what it's about. That's what it is.
So it took him another 10 years to quit smoking. You in there the whole 10 years?
I mean, if we're married, at that point, you're
You know
no
what's funny?
offense, but you're sad. You're
What
kind
if
of
like what if it was an equivalent men? It was two guys who was equivalent. He's like, all right, this guy behind your back cheats. This guy behind your back smokes. Which guy you got to pick one?
They both love God a lot.
They both pastors.
Wait. I mean, if you're cheating behind my back, now you're putting me at risk.
You rather him
So-
smoke in your face and cheat behind your back? What if he cheats in your
All right,
face?
let's get too
Hey,
complicated.
baby, this is Cindy. We about to go.
In our bed.
Don't worry, she's not a smoker.
But this bed about to be.
On fire. Come join us if you want.
Oh,
Whoa, smoking.
that's a hard one. I might just back out. Like
Yeah?
you said earlier, I'm backing
Back
out.
out. Yeah.
Just back it out. Yeah.
I never heard smoking, man. I mean, I know women don't like smoking, but as a deal breaker,
super deal breaker.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a normal one, right?
But I think that sounds like a double standard. I think a lot of men don't like women smoking.
That's what I was about to say. But they can smoke.
Right, but it's wild because I know a lot of men who actually smoke like cigars.
Yeah.
So I don't know a lot of men smokers who smoke cigarettes. I know weed smokers, cigar smokers, but I think women mostly smokes cigarettes. I can picture.
So what if she smokes a cigar? Is that okay? I mean, you just smoke.
I've never had that as a pet peeve.
Oh,
I never dated a woman.
You can't do that either. Yeah.
I never dated a woman who was a smoker.
But you would.
I don't
That's
know.
okay.
I don't know. It's never got to the point of like, okay, noted. Whoever I encounter, this is gonna be on my list.
I'm not friends with smokers.
No?
Yeah, I can't be like, let's go hang out, bro.
What if what is it? The Zap? What is it called? E-cigarette.
Oh, like vaping.
Vape. It don't have a smell to it.
Then I just start judging you.
I mean,
What's wrong with your life? You gotta be high all the time.
I mean, that doesn't bother me as much. But I still, in the end, would be like, are we working towards getting off completely? Like, you know, where are we heading? Because long term, it's not great for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, this guy's needy. My brother's one of those, he's high all the time.
You're
like
a person
crazy.
who works out a lot.
I do.
I've watched a couple of your videos. You know, you hike a lot, box
do.
a lot. What is the biggest guy you would date?
Biggest, like
Tall? No, slow down, man.
I don't know. Reel it in. I'm
Stay in
saying,
the line of weight wise.
Well, I mean, tall, big,
Yeah,
and
that makes
like
it.
hefty, big. Those are
Both.
two different bigs.
Yeah,
Okay.
would you be like, I can't be seen with this nigga?
No.
Because, you know, you got I can't say reputation. You have a
Like
look.
weight-wise? Like
Yeah,
if you're not
weight and height.
No.
What to say? I just say weight because obviously weight is
True.
more.
Do you mean like unhealthy?
That's,
Sure,
yeah, that's,
unhealthy. Yeah, unhealthy.
You know, I like personality. I know that sounds very generic,
Until he's 1,000 pounds. Nigga, let's get to the weight. What is
but
I'm trying
also,
to be nice.
but also, I like to take care of myself. So long term, I would like to be with someone who cares about their health, so that we can live a long life together.
What's the number?
That's
She's like 180. 180.
6'2", no.
623.
No, I don't. I like to go deeper. Now there has to be an attraction. Like, don't get me wrong. And
You taller than-
you have,
got oxygen in
You
his
gotta
nose.
say I'll go on a hike with you.
Yeah.
Now,
Baby,
you
hold on.
can't-
He needs to be able to finish that hike.
I mean, like,
slow down.
you
Baby,
can't
slow down.
be in the house and I'm out busting myself.
But I
every
don't
day.
smoke cigarettes. I love God.
And this is why it's hard to date. Okay, this is the problem.
I'm down, work out, go to the gym. I'm not hiking. I'll be like, man, it's hot outside.
That's okay.
You're outside. I see when you get back. Right?
You don't
What
like
if-
outside?
Outside it's a lot of stuff out there. It be dirt and bugs. Like on
In
a
the
hike,
sun,
on a hike,
it's too much.
Yeah, man. A hike.
All that light. It's too
It's a
much.
lot. My eyes be like, oh, I'm watering.
I think you don't want to be embarrassed of, baby, slow down. Hold up.
No, we were hiking with me. This is when Keenan passed out. We went on a hike.
What?
And we were in Burbank, and our man Keenan Baker went on a hike. Oh, it was great. I wish I should have recorded it. I'm mad I didn't record it. But that's not like I still had to be like, yo, okay, give me a sec, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I was like.
I'm going back down. Give me the keys.
No, but you're just like, you know, it's what, like, that's not the problem. I go, because you'll get better if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But it's 2 hours up, like, just up.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's all day.
Yeah.
I don't have to do all day.
That's a 4
I
hour.
enjoy hiking though. That's like my only workout I enjoy doing.
It's just walking, right?
I know.
Uphill.
Yeah.
That's the part.
And then
A
downhill.
lot of endurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My knees, man.
I mean, I used to run. I used to love running. And then I stopped. And the last, I would say 3 weeks, I've tried to get back out
Yeah.
and run just 4 miles
Yeah.
straight.
No, you can't stop.
4 miles. Yeah. Just 4 miles?
I used to run 4 miles like 3 days a week straight. Like, don't stop, go. And now it's like I get out there, I got to pump myself up so much just to get out the door.
Wow.
And then I start in that first like quarter of a mile. I'm like, what
Shin
am I
splints.
doing out here?
I fake injuries. Oh, my ankle. Roll it. Oh.
That's hard.
I used to run. I would say the max I've ever ran without stopping was 2 miles. this height, not this weight. I was totally fine. And then pandemic happened, and then I stopped running.
You ever notice everybody blamed the pandemic?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I want to say
blames the pandemic. It's
COVID.
always
After the
everything
My
changed.
business, my show was about to sell. My business was on fire, and then you know what happened? Pandemic.
Syphilis.
Everybody was just about to do the thing.
Yeah. And then I
about
tried
to
to
get
come back.
drafted by the
I tried to
Rams.
come back, and that nigga was like, "Nope, absolutely not."
But why? Because you could still
No,
work.
my
There was
knees.
nothing to do during
My muscle
the
was
pandemic.
bedridden.
But what I'm saying is, life stopped.
Outside was open.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
There was nothing else to do but walk.
100%.
This is not even a good reason to blame.
It's not. I said what happened was I didn't run. I was afraid of the COVID.
Outside.
You were outside like, wow, so many.
You can run with a mask on. I did that.
Me and Twills was walking these neighborhoods. It got to the point when we saw the people, we would walk across the street.
Yeah,
to
we
avoid
did.
them. It was
I know
so
that.
terrifying.
Yeah.
COVID April was terrifying. 2020, anybody got it.
I did the same thing, but I was still running.
out there.
That's all there was to do was to run.
And
That's it?
I didn't want to test God. I
You was
stayed.
like, in the house.
Stayed until January 2021. I said, I think it's time. It's time. But now I got an extra hip that slid onto my stomach.
Oh, what? That's what it to your stomach?
An extra hip. That slid up. I hate seeing old pictures of myself, and I'm like, damn, dude, I used to be a stallion. Like I have a fire video that popped up, and I'd be like, let me repost it. Nah, I don't want people to see the contrast of what I look like now.
Seeing old pictures of stuff, you just like, what how
What
did I let
happened?
you go?
Yeah,
How did I let you want to know about that? With
yeah.
Dana, all in shape, working out.
Man.
and
I
shit.
mean, just
Dana was practicing with.
All right,
I was
Yeah,
I was
let's-
trying to
yeah.
read what.
We'll get back to shit in men and women in relationships
All
for a
right,
second.
all right.
Ask you a question for your workouts.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
this is my passion, by the way. So
working
let's
out,
go.
yeah.
all right, yeah.
What about it is your
I
passion?
just because fitness is wellness and health. Like
okay.
once your body's together, the rest.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
I'm
great,
sorry, go
great.
ahead. I'm
So,
Except relationships.
You're right. We're still working on that. But that's okay.
falls in
she's like, I'm fine, damn it.
It's them. It's them. No.
All right, so when there are days when you're not motivated to work out, right? Those days happen.
Absolutely.
Right? So what makes you still go work out? How do you push through those?
I mean, even this week with the run, I was like, this is the one thing I want to layer back in. I have a friend who I used to run with, right? And he's like, yeah, I ran 4 miles last week, 36 minutes. And I was like, man, I need you to tell me to go run next week. That's what I need.
Okay.
He's like, well, you're on your own. You got to motivate yourself. So for
shitty
me,
friend, by the
I
way.
no, he's great. But for me, if I like to maintain my figure, right? So if I don't do anything, if I don't go run, then I know I'm gonna lose all the progress that I've worked
What's your
for.
weight and what is your biggest weight? Because you said I don't want to lose my figure. I was like, I kind of feel like you had the same figure.
Have you been big before?
6th grade.
I've never been big. The biggest I was is when I lived in Louisiana because I was eating
Makes
everything
sense,
I
yeah.
wanted. We was,
Did you not like your figure then?
I didn't even notice
Okay.
until after the fact. And
seen
the scale looked at me one day and I said, okay, well, yeah. And now I look back on pictures now. I'm like,
Look at my
oh,
neck. What
like,
neck?
oh, them thighs, they were thick. Okay, got it.
Okay. So you have a motivation because you go like, I like the way I look, I like the way I fit in clothes.
And feel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely.
The feeling I get the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you feel other stuff and you got too much meat on your bones.
Me and Chaz
No.
go this all the time. You know what the worst about being this size is? I just threw Chaz in here, by the way.
I mean, it's true.
The worst about being this size is
Look how small you look right now. This
yeah,
is-
yeah. You're being squished right
I'm
now.
short. That's
yeah.
all. I'm just short.
Is having your best clothes at your smallest, and now you have to kind of have these like you say. I'm
You
not
see
buying.
us in hoodies?
I'm not
you see
buying
us in hoodies?
I'm not buying no more clothes until I get to the size that I really enjoy. That's just in my closet right now.
Okay.
But
I
you
got
know what
some
happens?
dusty ass 34s folded up, sitting in. I'm 34 pants.
got
They
some
never make a comeback.
Fire ass clothes and me and some 38s.
So that should be your motivation right there.
But you know what happens? It goes the opposite direction. And now it's like, okay, I'm running out of clothes because all my big clothes is becoming my small clothes.
I mean, you just need motivation. Like if you're gonna go walk, it's the clothes. I walk into the clothes. For me, it's vacation.
Okay.
It's I want to go to Mexico.
Okay.
So 2 months, 3 months from now, I want to lay on the beach. I want to see abs. I want to be the girl on Instagram. Like
Okay.
that's what I'm telling myself.
Okay.
So you just need one thing, and you just got to start. That's the biggest thing. Like take one step to start. Once you get in it, like I said, I get in the run. I'm like, but once I finish, I'm like,
I feel like
man.
starting it is easy. It's like week 2. I'm like, hey man,
I don't see no progress.
I feel good about I start looking in the mirror like you're a king.
Yeah. You're good as is.
I love you the
But
way
you
you
are.
Don't let
Everybody
anybody tell
is.
you're not beautiful.
I mean, this is true.
Move your neck roll. You're still beautiful over here under that roll.
But it's the feeling. You will feel rejuvenated. You talking about energy earlier?
Look, Fifi said consistency is my issue. So do you have a recommendation for people to be consistent?
A schedule.
schedule.
For me, it's 4 days a week. I love to box.
Okay.
I do boxing.
Okay.
Like I said, running, I hate.
Okay.
So I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
Boxing.
So you do a workout that you enjoy?
Yeah, I like
so
people.
Try different things that you enjoy?
Yep. And
so
if it's
you
like
go to a gym?
I do. Mayweather Fitness, boxing. And I like the camaraderie of the class.
Okay.
We're motivating each other.
Okay.
And it's like work, right? Yeah. It's like I look at my schedule for the week. I say, okay, these are the 4 days. After work, I'm going here. Before work, like whatever. You just got to commit to it.
You ever just sit in the car and cry?
At the gym?
At the gym.
At the gym?
You go like,
I haven't quite done that.
I'm not doing this.
I've said I don't want it. Like I don't want to be here today.
I'm eating a whole burger, but like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yep.
And you tell me, what'd you do that? I went to the gym.
But you know what? That's the other thing that motivates me, food.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go work out. I'll be like, because I'm going to eat that fried chicken tonight.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
You eat to work it off.
Okay,
That's my motto.
See, it doesn't work when you're already big.
Yeah.
Because then I
It
just stay
does.
neutral. You know what I mean? Like when you're big already, you go like, well, I can eat and I won't gain any weight, but I'm sweating and we're not moving.
Food is
a
always the
problem.
motivation with, as in I need to reward myself and I'm not feeling great. I want to punish myself. It's like, damn it, dude, my dog died. Let me go get some Krispy Kremes. It's like, yay, I won the competition. Let me get some Krispy Kremes.
And I think that's okay.
That's not okay.
I mean,
because I rewarded myself way too often.
yes.
People like, you got a cheat day. Your cheat day is my normal meal.
Well, maybe you just cut back on the
step
cheat
your
day.
cheat game up, you know?
Yeah,
I got
it's
cheat weeks.
moderation.
You know what's
That's
funny?
it.
I found out that it was a cheat meal, not a cheat day.
Ooh.
I
just found that out right now. It's a cheat meal?
My cheat day, they were like, cheat meal.
Day?
I said, no, we start at 6 a.m.
Yo!
What do you mean? What do you mean cheat meal? One meal?
Yo, I'm just not hearing that.
I said, no, cheat
I
day.
thought it was cheat day. You knew
I mean,
this?
I do the weekend.
You knew about this?
It's
You didn't
multiple
tell me?
days
You do
a
the
week.
weekend?
I do. Weekend is the cheat weekend. So, but you eat healthy the rest of the week.
Well, I'm also cheating in the streets, too. I'm smashing all type of women. This is my cheat week.
My cheat.
I'm playing Monopoly, cheating and shit. Like, Jenga. I'm cheating everything.
A fitness dude was telling me about his clients, right? And he was like, if a client come in who's like obese and unhealthy, and they're asking like, well, what about my cheat meal? And they're like, your fat ass don't get no cheat meal.
Really?
So you had a whole cheat life.
Dang.
You got to be
That's
strict
a
on yourself.
lot.
It was like he
That's
was
a
shut down
lot.
cheat days. Because he was like, people get to a point where they want this meal, but they're craving that meal. And he was like, that's your problem anyways, is that you're craving this sugar. This is why you break on Monday. This is why you break on Tuesday. He was like, you got to get that craving out of your system because sugar is addictive, right? These bread's addictive. These are meals that are addictive. He was like, your craving is the problem. It's not that you can go have it here and there. It's like, you looking forward to this, you're more likely to break it on Wednesday than Sunday. You don't have that much willpower. This is why you're big now.
He's a monster, huh? Jeez.
Because remember when I was like fasting all those days?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you didn't have that same craving. and stuff
Fasting
like
is that's the one thing
that.
I
you
just.
have low metabolism. I mean, high metabolism. You're already
do
small.
you know that? That is just because I'm small doesn't mean I have high
That's
metabolism.
100% what it means.
I don't
You
think so.
burn.
Have you ever been
Because
big?
I can.
Exactly.
But
because you have a
listen,
high metabolism. And now that you eat.
But when
regularly
I
and you
eat,
work out,
if I ate whatever I wanted, you would see that within a week.
if
me.
you no, probably not in a week, but over
I'm
a course of time, sure.
Are you me?
Well, because a pound or two of you, which you probably get in a week, is not going to look crazy to my eyes.
Not crazy is a different term, yes, but
Right.
it will jump on me.
You'll see it.
my point is high metabolism. I feel like you can eat whatever you want whenever, and just like I ain't got to do nothing, and it's just my body's gonna burn everything off. I don't have that. I don't have that.
You have a higher metabolism than me and Dion.
Or
Show.
or do I work out?
Probably both. Like I work out regularly.
Okay, then great.
But my metabolism is slow as fuck. My metabolism is like, hey,
Sloppy.
what's up, buddy? What's poppin'? You know.
I get that.
But it's also a lot of genetics, right?
It
Are your
is.
parents thinner?
Not necessarily.
Well, are they average-ish?
I don't want to
sounds
talk
like
about my parents.
Well, you've had good years of, right? You've been in your fitness for a long time.
Yes.
So you had decades of good behavior.
Yes, right? I was a dancer. Let me say this to my parents, because at 4 years old I was dancing, and I feel like when you get a good base wherever, like as a kid, it's gonna help like translate over the years. Okay. Now, was I a star athlete? Absolutely. I ran track in high school and finished last in every race.
Okay. Wow.
I did.
Oh, okay.
But I tried.
Okay.
I was running.
Sure.
So I was not like this sporty person. But, you know, I have to try is what I'm trying to say. Like I can't just sit. I have friends that can just sit and eat and chill.
You work on it.
I have to.
Consistently.
Absolutely. I take a week off. I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And
I broke my foot months ago. I was out for 3 months. I thought I was gonna die.
But you did some curls and you did some push-ups and sit-ups, right?
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't.
Wow.
Did you eat bad?
I tried not to.
Okay.
That was the key.
So you have good.
That's the
you have good food discipline as well.
I try.
What's our daily meal look like?
I like fruit for breakfast. I eat salads every day for lunch. All my
Every
friends
day.
kid me for that. I love salads.
Through college, let me just say this. This is the only person in college that I knew that just faithfully ate a salad. And I was like, oh, a salad is an option. Because my tail comes from the family that's just going to cook any and everything. So
Wait, you ate salads in college?
I don't remember that.
What about high school? Were you a salad eater?
No, I ate like high school lunch. You know.
But I feel like in college you were.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Did your
that.
parents? Were you guys?
And you weren't often the burger person. You were like.
I like salads.
Yeah.
I like salads. I have for a long time. I mean, I do like Wendy's salads. I
My
mean, I
problem
don't.
is I
You're a
have
weirdo.
Cobb
I am.
salad featuring lettuce. It'd be Cobb
Cobb
salad.
salad's the best one.
Cobb
Everything
salad
else is that.
toppings featuring lettuce.
You
It's
want
like
that egg? Let me get that egg.
yeah,
Dressing.
Dressing featuring.
yeah, it's damn near a
See,
smoothie.
and that you might as well eat a burger and fries if you're gonna do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like the same fat and calorie content.
You should do the spinach.
But there's no bread.
This is good for you.
It is no bread, but
I
it's
was like,
still.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the sauces.
I'd be like, let me get 17 blue cheese packets.
Because you don't want to taste the actual
Actually-
vegetables.
Actually, hold this salad. And can you put that blue cheese in one of them cups?
Squeeze it
in a
in my mouth
large
like
cup?
yogurt. Just throw that in my mouth.
Can I get a large cup of blue cheese?
Yes.
And actually, can you put some cheese in there?
Put some cheese on the blue cheese.
And then shake that up.
Yeah.
Oh, and can you put this icy on top of that? Yeah.
Some bacon
And chocolate, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and some bacon bits?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
baby. Come on.
I'm actually curious. Can you make a pizza with blue cheese?
I don't like blue
Like
cheese.
you don't like blue cheese? Get out of here.
And I like there's a lot of things I don't like. It's
I
true.
feel like you gotta be. I feel like when you're younger, you don't eat blue cheese. I like blue cheese, but
Yeah.
like, it feels like a very old man thing to eat.
Blue
now.
cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told the young guys, I'm like, blue cheese about this ranch.
But the
life."
wings though? Blue
I
cheese
think
and
blue
wings?
cheese is
Yeah.
great.
I'm getting wings up today. What?
Is that-
Have you tried?
After
the Wingstop
all this
sandwich?
talk about healthy food,
Hold on, we on the
we're having
now.
wings.
Hold on, sit back. Have you tried that Wingstop sandwich, brother?
I know what it is.
think it's amazing.
Wanna get the 50
I
piece.
was like, man.
We're gonna walk and run tomorrow, and yes, come on, we gotta change our
What's your
lifestyle.
dinner look like?
It's boring.
Okay.
You know, back to why you cooking chicken every day?
Okay.
It's chicken, it's fish,
Is
brown
it,
turkey,
okay, chicken. Is it chicken breast?
chicken thighs. I put
Chicken
them
thighs.
in the
Okay, so
oven.
they got the greasy chicken thighs.
Is that greasy?
The chicken thighs.
I
Yeah,
bake
it's
them
dark
in the
meat.
oven,
It's dark meat. It's still.
but it's not fried.
Okay, so it's baked.
Yeah, baked.
Seasonings.
Yeah,
What do you put on there? What do you put
Mrs.
on?
Dash,
Okay.
some Tony Sashery,
Tony Sashery.
Tony, and the green.
Tony Sashery.
Well,
Never
Is that
heard of
just
it.
me?
Yes.
I don't know.
You know about
What are you
it?
talking about? The
She-
green,
yeah.
Tony
little-
Sashery.
You can put that on anything. That's
Yeah.
all you need. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
and
it.
Then, and then what? So chicken and what else we got?
Chicken,
Broccoli.
rice,
rice.
I like zucchini and squash. That's
Okay.
sort of my veggie go-to, or sautéed spinach.
Okay, okay.
So if you were living with a guy and you made this every day, would you switch it up for him?
You should talk to my ex-husband.
He didn't like
Who
that?
loves food,
He didn't like that?
but I like to cook a lot of healthy stuff. I'm sure he
Right.
hated it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sure
you,
he
you
was
didn't
like,
care, did you?
no,
You see how
because-
selfish you are? Man, get her out of here, man. Security.
But what I'm saying is my mom actually asked me this a couple days ago. Am I tired of the same food? Absolutely. But am I a cook? I am not.
You're not.
So there are people who like to explore. They got the
Right.
cook. I got
I'm
cookbooks
the
for
same
days
way.
that I have never opened. Never
You
opened.
open it.
It's just because when I get off work, I just want to eat.
Sure.
I don't want to cook.
Sure.
So I know the basic things that take me 40 minutes max, put in the oven, boom, I can eat. And it's just me, so I don't
Yeah.
have to like go above and beyond to please somebody else. But I would.
But you never talked to him about like, hey, are you tired of this food I'm
I
making
think
for
he
you?
probably, I feel
You
like
see,
he probably
you
came
talking about
up.
communication, y'all. Y'all see this? She said he probably was
my
pissed off, but
God.
I didn't care. I was healthy.
So if he said, "Yo, can you make something different tomorrow?" Was that a request before?
Probably.
And then you
Wow.
chicken that
We
comes the
see
next
who
day?
the problem is.
No, here's the thing. You're right.
Because she kept making chicken
Oh, they was
every
fish.
day.
2 years.
Sick of the fruit. I'm sick of the salads. Here she comes with the rice, the chicken,
But,
and her
like,
Tony Chachery.
I
He's
never
probably gonna die of
fried
a heart attack recently,
anything.
too. He's probably 800 pounds right now.
Nah,
somewhere. Just
I
eating
mean-
ice cream and shit.
But you know, you got to eat the unhealthy stuff too. It's balanced for me, for sure.
It's the balance for me.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It
Thank you
is.
for
Yeah.
hopping on with us, man.
This has been fun and
Yeah.
unexpected.
Did we learn anything today? Are there thoughts?
What's the takeaways?
For
Anybody
me or the viewers?
For everybody, for all of us. Are there? Because usually there's like people ask questions. I don't know if somebody asked any questions today. I don't think I saw any.
Okay.
But sometimes they'll ask questions, and
Yeah.
then we'll answer those to the best horrible ability that we have. And then because sometimes you might do a recap and be like, okay, well we talked about a lot of different things today. We talked about why women are horrible and men are better, right? And why women ruin every relationship and men are just trying to get by. We talked about that in depth, correct? Right, guys? We're on the same
Right,
page.
yeah.
On the same page.
What I heard was we talked about maturity,
Maturity,
right?
for
Mature
sure, for sure.
relationships. We talked about assumptions.
Thanks for watching the episode.
See, I was ready then. I was ready.
You was ready.
But as I was saying, maturity, assumptions, okay, baggage that we bring into new relationships, and we assume
Yeah.
things are going to go a certain way.
Facts.
And we have to give people chances and grace. That's my takeaway.
That's great.
Should you ask about someone's baggage before you get in a relationship?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ask there needs to be a
You're like,
conversation.
hey, what-
but
what-
people don't identify it as baggage.
Right.
That's the issue. It's like, oh, I was in this really bad relationship. Okay, so what's up with you? And it's like, you're internalizing all that stuff, and it shows up all of a sudden without you actually saying it's showing up.
Oh, do you feel like you ever disrespected your ex?
Disrespected. Can you define that?
Sure.
How do we do? Did I do things I shouldn't have done? Yes. I will say that.
Okay. When a man feels, I heard this quote. I'm gonna get it not 100% right, but it's very true. Okay. When a man feels disrespected in his marriage, and I'm not saying this is what you did. okay?
Absolutely.
When a man feels disrespected in his marriage relationship, he becomes a version of himself that can last through it. That can still go through the day-to-day and survive. He is no longer the guy that he's trying to be for you. He becomes a guy he has to be for himself.
Hello. I hear you.
Okay.
Is there more?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just for men, there's nothing greater than respect.
Absolutely.
For women, I feel like there's nothing greater than appreciation.
And being heard. Right? So,
Women need to be heard.
and even
don't
if you're
they?
not listening.
So many goddamn thoughts, aren't there?
I mean,
A lot of thoughts women have just every day. And these are all new thoughts?
yes,
No
they
repeat
are.
Thoughts?
We are deep human beings. Y'all are too, actually. Y'all just don't like to say it, okay? The fact that we are sitting here for how long we've been talking, and y'all have deep thoughts about relationships, y'all think?
We have deep pain. You hear me, Indiana?
You do.
We're
You
just
do.
crying therapy to each other. All the brothers out there.
And you're not alone.
All the sisters out there, listen to
Help us.
It's a lot of broken men out there. All I ask is you do the work. If you are working on yourselves,
Do we sound like we've done no work?
we're all working on
She said
ourselves.
no,
No.
but
No. Goddamn no.
Work is constant, right? And so we just have to continue to do the work.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to succeed. It's hard. It's hard out there.
sure.
What is a break of respect for you that you think of?
A break of respect
Sure.
for me.
Yeah, to you. It's to somebody to do something to you. Go like this outside of cheating. That's like
Just like a person, not even a man.
somebody you're in a relationship with.
That's a good question. For me, it's about feeling like I'm heard,
Okay.
honestly. So if you ignore me, that's it. Street Dana's coming out.
Ooh.
I know. It's
North Carolina coming
Hey,
out.
Raleigh.
Oh,
Rough Raleigh is what I
Raleigh.
try to tell
Rough
people.
Raleigh?
People think because I grew up in the suburbs, I don't have any hood in me. But I'm trying to tell you, when you ignore me, like I can sit here and we're having a whole conversation, and you're just looking off into the distance. Oh yeah,
That's a problem.
that's it.
You just bite him on the ear. If you have to use his ears,
The other
I'm
side
taking
comes
them
out.
off.
Okay, but then it's like, oh, why she tripping?
Yeah.
I don't understand why she
I tell
tripping.
people all the time that I grew up in the suburbs. I was raised by niggas. It was just, that is very.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
they were
get it.
not
Yeah.
raised in the suburbs.
Yeah.
get it.
That's a bar. Well,
You know, man.
I think it's a good place to end it, you know. Thank you for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Yum, yum, yum.
Check, please. Yo, yum, yum, yum was slow, yo.
It's like, and I said ching. I was
Chingy?
thinking
She
of
said chingy?
Would you say what?
ching. I said ching. Not Chuck, please. But next time, I got it next time. We're
Thank you
good.
for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Jazz.
Yum, yum, yum.
Check, please.
Nice.
If
Nice.
you're
She looked so
watching,
proud of that when she was like, huh?
yeah, if you're watching from here, thank you guys for subscribing to Chaz page. If you're watching from here, thank you for watching and watching us live on Lactose ENT.
Naya,
Hi.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. He just
I
randomly
remember your
said that.
name. But I knew it was. Yes. Come on. Twilla sisters here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, tell us your favorite part of both of the streams, and we will definitely use that as content for Instagram because we're not going to swift through 3 hours of content trying to find the best stuff. We need y'all to help us out with this. This is the truth serum of what I'm saying. With that being said, Moyo said we should do a weight loss challenge.
Oh, I like that. I
no,
like
thank you.
that.
He said no, thank you.
Stop. Come on. I like it.
The dopamine, what? Yeah, so weight loss challenge, motivate each other. Someone told me stop posting food things in my stories. I won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm definitely gonna post the worst foods in my stories because that's my porn. All right, I don't cook the stuff.
Oh, those are our problem.
Those a problem?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I be sending Dion back dick pics.
And
Like,
on
man,
that
you
note,
see this pizza burrito? I'm like full erection sent. Got me going.
And also, my problem is, and this is me lying to myself, blaming it on my children. I have a problem feeding my children fast food, and I know it's not the best. But when they're hungry immediately, you gotta say to yourself, "What do you guys want to eat?" And they like, "I want some spaghetti. I want some chicken wings." You're like, "You know what? We're gonna go to Jack in the Box. Y'all both get that." Y'all both figure out what y'all want. And it's like, I'm sure they got spaghetti sticks there.
Spaghetti sticks.
So my problem is, like, y'all both go on different things. Well, we got options over here at Burger King.
Spaghetti sticks.
When I say I'm blaming it on my kids, I definitely still do it without my kids. And if I'm in the car myself. And another thing, when you have children, several children, and they have a specific thing they want to eat, there's a medium place where you gotta be like, I don't care what you want, we're making this. You know, when you get to a place of I have the money to buy it, it sucks. It's like, what do you want to eat? And they get to have that option. That is a good, nice little compromise. But at the same time, you can be like, hey guys, we're gonna have chicken parmesan today. I don't want that. Well, guess what? You don't eat that.
We're gonna have
This thing of choice is new.
Right.
that part. That choices
So
when I grew up.
and you still gotta cook it too. You know, that's another issue. When it's like, yeah, y'all want what? Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, everybody agree we have one chicken? Okay, I need like 45 minutes to cook it. And then that's just like, damn, I gotta send out this invoice. I gotta do this homework. And it's like, damn it, I still got stuff to do. Hey, babe, why you sitting there watching cartoons? Can you send out the invoice while I cook? You know, so that becomes the thing. So like, let me just go ahead and get this food. I can kind of throw away the bags, and I can do dishes, and I can do cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, everybody knows the perks of having fast food, and this is why I'm fat.
In conclusion, this is what
I think they should have healthy fast foods.
First of all, can you not call yourself fat? Like,
I'm-
this is a thing for me. You're not fat.
I'm
What is
robust.
he then?
You're health. I mean, you are who you are. But let's not use this term fat like it's like, to me, it sounds degrading.
I'm
And
girthy.
don't say that about you.
Okay, all right. See, now
All
you
right.
want to go back to fat, right? Right? You regret it?
I'm thusky. I'm horizontally challenged. horizontally
enabled.
Robust.
Horizontal.
I like robust fat.
I'm shaped like an amoeba, an amoeba lamp. I'm full of
A
shapes.
lava lamp, maybe? I don't put the
Yeah.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right, y'all. Bye bye.
All right.
Thanks, Dana.
Thanks, guys.